You know, they're available now. They're on Facebook, on YouTube, so they're basically everywhere now. Any other questions?
Yeah, so you said that you're against his viewpoint, or you're not against his viewpoints, right? You're open to his own point of view and his own opinions.
We're not against professors having opinions.
You're not against him having opinions?
Right.
Okay, so wouldn't you say that his racism is his own opinion? I mean, has he ever acted on his racism? Like, have you been in his class and him shown some type of racial discrimination towards you and you get an F in the class? Like, how do you prove that?
Like, how would you prove a grade was given unfairly?
Yeah, I mean, I don't support what he says.
Right.
But at the same time, like, you can't say that he's discriminating against you because you haven't been technically discriminated against. Like, you haven't received an F in his class. I stood up in his class and I've said numerous things to him about the stuff that he said, but at the end of the day, I get an A in the class, and that's the issue. It's like, he's bringing, I think it's more than just what he's saying. The issue should be, you know, the fact that he's the only one teaching these classes, bringing his ideologies.
Right, and that's where the issue lies. The issue does not lie in the fact that he is he's very proud of his Jewish heritage. He's very proud,
That's okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's a time and a place for that. But in class, when that is the only thing you talk about, when that is the only thing that is being covered, that's not okay. What we're going for is the lack of education that you're getting sitting in the class. Because I personally had his class too. I had no syllabus, no homework, nothing, and I got an A. The easiest A I've ever earned in my college career. But I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. And all he did was rant rave about everything.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree, but I think at the same time,
Right.
you should be having some kind of unifying message that's, you know, the same for everybody. It's not that he's racist or that he's discriminating, because he's not discriminating against anybody. To my knowledge, I haven't heard of anyone being discriminated against in his class. So, I don't know. I think there should be a unifying message that everyone can agree on.
I'd just like to say that I do have his class this semester, and we had a test last week. We had to write 2 essays. I've got a test due next week. His syllabus is available online. He doesn't hand it out at the beginning of the class, but he also assigns you books that as adults we are expected to read on our own. You know, he doesn't check up on you. Oh, did you read it? Did you read it? Did you read it? He just expects us as adults to read it.
And that could be so now, but because when I had his class, we didn't have books or assignments or anything.
Well, I had him for
Yeah.
politics and religion, and I had him for politics and technology this semester, and both times books were assigned, and they were expected to be read.
And that's how it should be. But the A that I got, I did nothing. You know, and any other college student would be okay with that, but I got nothing out of class, and I paid
Okay,
for
that should be
it.
the issue.
Right.
I think just saying racially charged things and creating a hostile environment within the classroom. He kind of really into the public kind of comments right now, but I was going to say still kind of follow the itinerary, get the audio clips and make the personal statements, and then we'll open the floor a little more. But I'll answer these people that had their hand raised. First, this guy in blue, I'm colorblind. I can't see.
Can you please make a clarification if this is about comments being made that are inappropriate within the classroom, or comments that have no bearing upon the learning process in a classroom? Because there are two different discussions to be held about things relating to the lecture, about things being said that are just inappropriate.
From what I understand, that's what constitutes his lectures, is the inappropriate stuff. But that's still up for debate. Behind you there?
I just want to, I think it's more in creating a hostile environment. Anywhere you go, whether it's a work environment, class environment, no matter what race you are, if somebody's constantly talking out on your race, but they at the end of the day, they, slap you in the back and say, nice, have a good day. It doesn't make it all better because you gave me an A at the end of the class. No, we're not talking about discriminating against grades. That's discrimination in my opinion, discrimination enough. Like just spewing up there. Does it make it better that he talks down on a certain race just because he gives an A in class? Absolutely not. But because even if he gives you a fair grade, that's absolutely not. Just like in a job
you know, broaden our horizons about all kinds of things, race, religion, everything, and that's great. But what it came down to with this fight is that's not all you need to hear. If I'm in a class of, I had American political thought. I don't know. I don't even know what it is because we didn't learn anything about that. You know, that's the issue. That is the issue that we are at, is that if you are sitting in a class, you need to learn that material. And then if the environment within that class is distracting, or if it's, you know, it's not, you can't learn. You cannot learn in that kind of environment. And that's what we're here to do. You